Most of the cars I deal with are from the 70s and back. Same thing with my music. I'm in the 50s, 60s. My music, that's pretty much the era that I like. All the old stuff, anywhere from the 70s back, I'm good. In the 50s, if you had an AM radio, you had it all. There was no stereos, no 4-speaker systems. There was no nothing. You had an AM radio, click, that was it. Speaker in the dash normally. It was loud enough. I used to sit with my ear against the speaker. It was loud enough. Back in the 50s, that was all the sound you expected to have. It was great. I still love 50s music the best, without a question. If I was driving around in this car, I'd probably be listening to Speedo by the Cadillacs, or Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley and the Comets, Silhouettes by the Rays, one of those. There you go, AM radio, low fidelity. That's perfect, that's just great. Speakers right here. You know, when you were riding with an AM radio, you'd have to change the channel every 40, 50 miles because you'd lose signal. That was the fun of traveling. You'd always hear something different because you'd change your channels quite often. And back in New York, I know all the stations. WMCA, WABC, 1010 Winds. I know them all, WOR. That's all you needed. 3, 4 stations. You had sports and music, you had everything. Great times. In 1966, Ford sold over 60,000 8-track dash players in their cars. They were that popular. Now I've got a huge collection of 8-tracks I haven't thrown away, my Iron Butterfly tapes and things like that. I got cassettes I haven't thrown away. I got a huge collection of CDs. They're everywhere, man. I got rooms full of stuff. I'm a music guy. Your 70s cars, man, your Caddies, your Lincolns, your Chevy, everybody had an 8-track. It was what you had. I'm still a big fan of 8-track over the cassettes. Those audio cassettes just don't hold up. 8-tracks are better. I like them better. This Lincoln Mark has an 8-track in it. They were popular from the mid-60s to the early 70s. And this one's got one. Quadrasonic stereo. And just go like so, there it is. There's your 8-track. Audio cassettes took over 8-tracks. They were cheaper, they were smaller. They sort of kind of took over everything in the 70s. I must have bought the same cassette 4 or 5 times. I think Jimmy Buffett owes me money from his royalties because I've had so many of his tapes break and replace. But I like the 8-tracks better. They held up better for me. No pencil needed on an 8-track. You didn't have to do all that stupidity. We used to carry audio cassettes in big boxes. So when people would break into our cars, they'd steal our whole audio cassette collection. That was really a bummer. It's funny, when they broke into my car, they left all the doo-wop. I was okay. I could replace the radio, but not the doo-wop. You know, you'd spend a lot of money for stereo systems. Did they add to the value of the car? No. When I had guys trying to trade me in these cars with all the audio systems, they would start busting me about how much it costs. I said, take the system out, I don't need it. Because it doesn't increase the value of the car. It sounds a whole lot better, but the price is the same.